la, getting started with my day. Just getting started with my... Oh, hello. I did not know that we were starting yet. Sorry about that. My producer doesn't tell me anything. Who, me? Anyways, welcome back to the vlog, fam and friends. In today's episode, I want to walk you through another Photoshop tutorial where I teach you how to turn two photos into one double exposure looking image. Let's go. And as always, please remember, if this video was helpful to you in any way, please take 2 seconds to be helpful to me by dropping a like or subscribe. I would really appreciate it. Alright friends, here we are in Photoshop and we have our base photo or our model photo loaded up and ready to go. This is the photo that I'm going to be manipulating into the double exposure, but she's going to be the base of the photo. So we're starting with her. And what we're going to do is we're going to come over here to our quick selection tool, and you can hold and click to make sure you're on the right one. And let's go ahead and make our brush bigger because that's very, very tiny. That's still pretty tiny. Let's keep going. That looks good. And just simply click and drag over your subject. And it's going to object aware fill or outline the object. So it knows what it's kind of looking at here. And let's just zoom in for the details. Go back to making our brush small, just to get it nice and precise. And the reason why this works so well with this photo, why Photoshop can recognize what I'm trying to select so well, is because the background is a completely different color than the model itself, and it's a very clean line. So Photoshop likes that because it makes it very easy for Photoshop to recognize the model or the subject. And then we do have this little tiny part right here with her teeth. So we'll just make it super, super tiny. And to take away the mask or the selection layer from that part, we just hold Option to get this little minus and click in there. Nice, that was very, very clean. Maybe a little more right there. Nice. Photoshop does such a good job. Sometimes. Sometimes it really wows you, but other times... And I'm just going around and making sure that I have all the details I want within this. Those eyelashes are nice, but I don't think that there's a way that we could really mask that in a clean way, so I'm just gonna leave it out because it's a little too complicated, so I'm just gonna exclude that. And yeah, make sure you zoom in and you're looking at the details, making sure Photoshop recognized it well and was able to grab the parts that you want. Looking pretty good. Great, so once we have the outline of our model or our base image selected, we're gonna go into the mask here and click on Feather, right click and click on Feather. And right here on Feather Radius, it's gonna be 0.5. And then you hit OK. And we're gonna immediately duplicate this layer. So don't worry about renaming. Command or Control J to duplicate. And we're actually gonna delete this layer. So just unlock it. You might have to unlock it and then delete. Great, so now that that layer is deleted, we're gonna rename this layer because this has now become our base layer. So we'll name it Model Mask Layer 1. Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna make this artboard bigger just so that we have room to work with and see what we're doing. So how you do that is you just go to the crop tool and you're actually able to drag these ledges out farther. So it's kind of like anti-crop, right? The anti-crop tool. Now that we have made that artboard bigger, what we're gonna do is we're gonna add a solid colored layer underneath everything so that it looks nice and clean. So how you do that is click on your layer, go down to this circle and scroll to solid color. And we'll just leave it at this nice what is that, eggshell? I don't know. I don't know the different types of whites, okay? There's too many. And yeah, eggshell looks great. It actually does look really good with her complexion. So I'm gonna leave that for now. And make sure that you put the layer underneath this layer. I don't know if you saw me do that. I was talking too much. That happens, okay? And of course, we're going to rename our background layer Eggshell. Because we're so fancy, we know our colors so well, right? Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna desaturate model mask layer 1. And there's a few ways that you can do that. The longhand way that you can do it is go up to Image, Adjustments, and Desaturate. Or we're pros, right? So our pro shortcut is gonna be Shift-Command-U. And it's gonna desaturate completely to black and white, just like that. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to add in our other photo that we're double exposuring to, and we're gonna get this all set up and ready to go. And actually there's a little person in this photo. I'm just gonna edit that out really fast. And I'm not gonna spend a whole lot of time describing how to edit out this person to you guys, but if you'd like to know, you can definitely check out my other Photoshop tutorials where I teach you how to do exactly this. Gorgeous. Gorgeous work, Photoshop. Very nicely done. And what we want to do, of course, is always rename our layers. Ocean Waves Layer 1. And now what we're going to do is we're going to change the opacity of the ocean waves to 50 so that we can see both layers. And all we're going to do right now is just simply reposition this photo and how we want it to appear when we get to our double exposure part. So just mess around with the photo and try to find what looks good to you. So I really like how the wave kind of goes under her mouth right there. I think that's really nice framing, and it goes over her ear and stuff. So yeah, I really like that. I think I'm gonna keep it like that. Okay, so once we have this placed, we're actually gonna go back and put the opacity back to 100. That was just for placing the image, that's all. Okay, so next what we're gonna do is click on the model mask layer 1, make sure it's selected, and within this little frame right here, you're actually gonna Command or Control click, and you'll see that it reveals the mask layer of our model in the photo of our waves, mountains, whatever it is. Then once this is selected, we're gonna click on our ocean waves layer and click this mask button. And that's pretty cool, right? We're getting somewhere. Starting to look like something. So next what we're gonna do is we're gonna duplicate our model mask layer 1, Command or Control J, and rename. And we'll just make it 2, model mask layer 2. And we're actually gonna bring this layer above the other layers. And go to blending mode and click on lighten. And then we're also gonna make opacity 50%. And one thing that I like to do to really make the background kind of match the photo and look the best is we're gonna change the color, and you can change the color just by double clicking on this box right here. And instead of choosing a color from here, you can actually just go over and it'll pick up this little eyedropper tool, and you can just kind of drop on any color that you're wanting within the photo, and it gets that exact hue. It's pretty cool. So let's see, what looks the best? Maybe like that? Either that or like this is what I'm thinking. That looks pretty good to me. You can still see the outline clearly. You can still see the details. Yeah, that looks pretty good to me. I might change it later, but that works for now. Okay, so the very next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go to our ocean waves layer 1. And what we're gonna start to do is we're gonna start to bring out some of the model's features in this photo, since right now the waves are just totally dominating the entire photo. So make sure that we're selected on our mask layer, and we're gonna go to our brush, and we want our brush to be nice and big, very big, maybe 900. And we want normal is fine, opacity to be 40%, and we want the color to be black. And as you can see when I brush in here, is it's bringing out her features. You can see her eyes again, and this is exactly what we want. So she was very hidden within the waves there, so I'm just gonna start to bring her back out, and that's looking really great actually. I'm gonna just see what it looks like to kind of bring her body out. I don't like it. I'm gonna Control Z and undo all of those. I like how the body's just the wave, honestly. That's really nice. That's really, really nice. Okay, so next what we're gonna do is we're gonna duplicate the ocean waves layer 1, Command or Control J. And then on that layer that we just made, we're actually gonna just grab the mask and drag it down to the delete button or trash can. And on that same layer, we're gonna go up to blending mode and click on lighten. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna make a black layer mask on this layer. And how you do that very, very easily is you go down to your mask layer button, but instead of just clicking it, you're gonna hit Option or Alt and hold and click to add in a black layer mask, just like that. Great, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna make another solid colored layer. And let's make it a soft color. Maybe like a soft turquoise, because sea foam, you know? Make it nice and pretty. Perfect. And we are going to go up to blending mode and go to multiply. And then we're gonna make the opacity around 20%. Okay, so now we're gonna make all the elements in this photo into one layer that you can manipulate all in one swing, if that kind of makes sense. But first of all, I really want to actually kind of mess with this layer mask again. On my ocean waves layer 1, I want to take away this sand right here. Bring her face back out a little more. I feel like there's a little too much detail up there, but now that's starting to look really nice. Actually, let me try that again. There we go. Okay, so now that we brought the details out of her face and we're ready to go there, we're gonna go back up to color fill 1, and we're gonna make this all into that one layer that we were talking about with our keyboard shortcut, Option Command Shift E. And if you're on PC, it's gonna be Alt Control Shift E. Gotta be fluent in both, right? So now that we have this layer, we're gonna desaturate it again with our super cool keyboard shortcut, Shift Command U. Or if you're not a pro, you could do the longhand way. And then we're gonna go down to soft light. And then we're gonna change the opacity to around 40%. Here, I honestly am kind of torn. I really like how it looks dark opacity and light as well. I honestly can't decide. But this has been the entire process. I hope you learned something, and I hope you were able to make something really cool with what I showed you here. And I hope you stay tuned for the next Photoshops that are going to come. Well, friends, I hope you liked that tutorial, and I hope that you were able to make something amazing with the knowledge that I have given you today. And if you have any suggestions, critiques about the way I'm teaching, about what you'd like to see, or my vlogs in general, please let me know. You can email me, you can comment down below. There's tons of forms that you can get in touch with me down below. So any of those forms work. I would love to hear your critiques. I want to learn, I want to become better every day, and I want to make videos that you guys want to watch. I hope you homies once again enjoyed this wild ride with me. Plenty more wild rides. I hope you once again enjoyed this wild ride with me. There's plenty more wild rides to come in the future. I promise you that. You guys are like, oh my god. You guys rock. I love you guys so much. Please remember to like, subscribe, and comment. I mean, come on, you made it to this point in the video, right? You must like it. You owe me a like and subscribe. Come on. It's just down there. You see it? See it down there? Oh, or you could click on the cat. You like the cat? I did that for you. Isn't that cute? Isn't that cute? You guys are the cat's knees and the bee's pajamas. Stay up.